Father's Day has passed.
Has passed.
So what'd your boys get you this year?
A yo-yo.
A yo-yo?
New pen. Fits in my fanny pack.
Wow.
And sugar-free lemon drops and a headache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those headaches are pretty common, aren't they?
That's right.
Boy.
How'd it go for you?
Pretty good.
Well, you have to kind of wait for Grandpa's Day, don't you?
Yeah.
Ah, Gramps. Oh.
Who, me? Not me.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to your old news update. This is Izzy Fitz.
And I'm Bud Driscoll.
Yes, right. You see the walker pan to the left? No, just kidding.
I know.
I would like to welcome you to your old news update. And first of all, shout out to our sponsors, Headley's, 1829 South 9th.
Oh.
Hello, Headley's. And Smoky Hill Museum, 211 East Iron.
Oh.
Yeah, topping the headlines from yesteryear.
Back 25 years. Yes, back 25 years to June 30th, 1986. Beginning Tuesday, bartenders and employees of taverns will no longer need to count heads to serve their customers a pitcher of beer. In 1985, the Kansas legislature made the sale of more than 2 beers at a time to a single customer illegal. Because pitchers were considered to contain 5 drinks, at least 3 people were required in order to purchase one. The changes that go into effect this week remove the restriction on the size and number of individual servings that may be sold to one person.
They could have called that the Izzy law.
I know. I didn't know
that's the only thing lightweight about me. One beer and I'm done. I'm done.
I didn't know you needed higher math, though.
Yeah.
To figure out how much pitchers.
That's right.
Just forget beer. I'm going to go back to moonshine.
Yeah. Well, get a load of this. Now, if you'd have been caught with a beer on July 2nd, 1986, on the 3rd, the so-called Board of Education, hanging on a shelf in the principal's office, which warmed the backsides of yesterday's students, will be nothing more than a decoration in Salina schools after a decision on July 3rd, well, I guess it would have been July 2nd, Wednesday, by the Salina School Board. Spanking and other forms of corporal punishment were outlawed by the board on a 4-3 vote. I would have, if I'd have been on the board, it would have been 4-3 the other way.
Right.
It was the 3rd meeting at which the board had discussed the elimination of corporal punishment.
That's just a wacky decision.
That's right. Wash your mouth out with soap, too.
I know. You know, all the good forms of punishment. You just can't do anything anymore.
No, you can't even hardly shake your finger at them anymore.
Nope. Hey, well, let's go back to 1936 and see what happens.
It's a while ago.
June 27th. The damage and destruction being wrought by grasshoppers is not news anymore, but their personal method of visiting has now become an added nuisance. Now, there's a farmer living a few miles from town who doesn't want to be identified, obviously. I could stand for the hoppers flying around and swatting me in the face occasionally, but now they are so doggone affectionate they are getting my goat. Not his real goat, but his goat. If I go out in the fields, the first thing they are is swarming all over me, but that's not the worst. A stream of them begins to crawl up my legs under the overalls. Now that's a sensation that is asking too much of the farm problem, hard as that may be to solve.
I've become a real knee slapper. That'd be, you gotta kill them some way.
That sounds like a personal problem if he's got grasshoppers crawling up there.
That's right. June 11th, 1911. The fly elimination forces. Flies now.
Flies and grasshoppers.
Talking about all kinds of critters. The fly elimination forces have been greatly strengthened in Salina the past few days. Everybody seems to have joined the fly swatting brigade, but with the combined efforts and with very imaginable description of fly exterminators applied, and with every imaginable description of fly exterminators applied, there has been very little impression made on the pest.
Well, maybe we should fry the flies.
But it does a man good, does a person good to swat a fly.
It does. It's one of the, you can't swat your boys anymore. You got to swat a fly.
You got to swat something.
That's right. June 28th, 1911, speaking of critters here, 2 women, supposedly streetwalkers, made an attempt to hold up George Samuelson on West Ash last night. It was a rather dark place, and the 2 women suddenly accosted Mr. Samuelson with the order, "Hands up." Well, his hands did not go up, but went to his pocket, and he answered, "Get out of here at once, or I will blow your heads off." The women went, and they spent little time in doing so.
Oh, I bet They're lucky they took off.
They're lucky they didn't get swatted either.
That's right. Read more about the way things used to be in the look back section of Monday's Salina Journal.
And we'll see you and have a great day seeing you yesterday.